Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cameron. Another girl talk video about how to make new friends as an adult. I've kind of been doing like a little mini friendship series for the past couple of weeks. I started with my truth about childhood friendships in adulthood, and then last week I did how to let go of fake friends, and now I think this is the conclusion video about how to make new friends as an adult, which is kind of like a flow that I wasn't even planning. It's like friendships in adulthood. You have the childhood friendships in adult, and then sometimes you have those friendships and you realize you need to let go of them, and now you're trying to make new friends. I didn't even plan that. Wow. I know in adulthood, a lot of people have childhood friends and they have a lot of childhood friends. And then so they have like those core friends they've had for like 20 or 30 years. And so they may not feel the need to make any new friends. But then there's some of us who don't have childhood friends because we had to let them go because their friendships were unhealthy. So we're wanting to make new connections and make new friendships as adults. It can be a lot harder to make new friends as an adult compared to when we were little, when we were in elementary school or middle school. It's not the same process, and it's definitely not as simple. These are tips that I'm not just giving to you, but I'm also giving to myself, because now that I'm done with college, I want to make new friends and make new connections with people like I did in college. I'm speaking to the both of us right now, so it's not just you guys, it's me too. So before we get into this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and turn on notifications so you know whenever I post a new video. And without further ado, let's get into this video. So my first tip on how to make new friends as an adult is to be open to meeting new people. There are people who say that they want to make new friends, but they're not really open to it. Want to have more friends and meet new people, but they aren't actually opening their mind to that possibility of actually meeting new people. I think this is especially important, to be open to meeting different kinds of friends. Maybe you were drawn to a certain type of person as far as who you decided to be friends with in the past, and then you get to a point where you realize that maybe that type of person isn't the best for you and you need to switch it up. Don't close yourself off to being friends with a different type of person, a person that you may have never really seen yourself being friends with before, but you two will probably end up being great friends, because you never know who you might end up becoming really close with. Like for me, there's this girl I met. She was really nice, really sweet. I remember one day my grandma was like, you can maybe be friends with her, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. I was like, I don't know if I see us being friends, not because there's anything wrong with her, but it was just because I didn't think that our personalities would go well together. I just wasn't sure how that was going to go, because she was different from the type of friend I was used to having in the past, or she was just really different from the type of person that I really saw myself gelling with and connecting with. So I didn't think that we could ever really be close. But then fast forward like 5 months later, she became like one of my closest friends. I never would have thought we would have been friends. So had I completely closed that door and closed myself off to being friends with her, we would have never been friends. I probably would have never really tried to foster a friendship or maintain a friendship because I was closed off to it. So basically my point is to say, like, if you meet a person and they're cool, they're fun to be around, they're easy to talk to, you enjoy their company, don't close yourself off to being friends with them just because they may be a little different from the type of friends you're used to having. Because sometimes the type of friend that you're used to having is not the type of person that you really need to be friends with. Maybe it's the type of person that's completely different from what you really thought yourself to be friends with. Keep an open mind when you're wanting to meet new friends. Don't just have a laser focus on one specific type of friend. Okay, my second tip for making new friends as an adult is to try to accept invitations more often. I know for all my introverts out there like me, we do not like invitations sometimes. For us introverts, we don't love it when people that we don't know that well invite us to stuff. And even some introverts, the homebody introverts, you don't even like it with people that you've known for 20 years invite you to stuff. But if you are a type of person who wants to make new friends, you gotta kind of step out of that mentality. And I know it can be super tough. It's easier said than done. When someone who maybe you just met or someone you just really don't know that well, you're still trying to get to know them, you're still trying to like fill them out. If they invite you somewhere, a little part of you wants to go, but then like 90% of you is like, I don't know if I want to go because all the people there I don't know. It's gonna make me feel uncomfortable. I already told this story before. I'll tell it again briefly. A classmate invited me to a kickback. It was at 9:30 at night, and I was in the bed already. I had my pajamas on, my scarf, watching Netflix. I was winding down. I don't know if I want to go. I don't know. A little part of me wanted to go, but I was like, I'm in the bed, I'm in the bed. I don't want to get out the bed. But then my other classmate, she DM'd me and she was like, come, you should come. And I was like, girl, okay, I'll go. I ended up going and I had a really fun time. It was really chill, and I'm really glad that I ended up going. So sometimes those last minute invitations, those invites from people that you may not know like that, they can work out really well. I went bowling and that was a last minute invitation. The person that invited me, I didn't even know him that well. I literally just met him. I wasn't like this with anybody that was there, but I still had a really fun time though. And I'm glad that I went. The moral of this story is, I know like a big part of you is like saying, no, I don't want to go. I don't feel like getting out the bed. And I don't know these people that are going, but you can't close yourself off to all the invitations, because that could be closing yourself off to a lot of new fun experiences and meeting a lot of new people. You want to meet new people, you want to make more friends, you kind of got to step outside your box a little bit and just go to that kickback, go to that birthday party, even if you don't really know them like that. Just go. And if you hate it, you can leave. At least you know that you're trying, you're putting yourself out there, you're making the effort, because you can't make new friends if you don't try, and if you don't make the effort, if you don't put yourself out there. Don't turn down every invitation, don't turn down every opportunity when someone tries to invite you somewhere, because remember, if someone's inviting you somewhere, then that means that they like you, and that means that they enjoy your company and they like talking to you and spending time with you, which is a compliment. So if you feel the same way about them, then what's the harm in hanging out with them? My third tip for how to make new friends as an adult is to start participating in activities that you love. Say if you really like basketball, join like a basketball league or something, I don't know. Say if you really like to dance, join a dance class. Whatever activity, you can join some type of club or some type of organization that you really have some type of passion for, that you really enjoy doing. It puts you in a position where you're surrounded by people who really like the same things that you do. So that automatically gives you something that you and the other person have in common, because you guys both like that thing or activity. It's already fostering common interests and commonalities with the other person, so it's easier to connect and bond with that person because you guys both like the same thing and you guys have something to talk about. You never know what type of friendship it could lead to because of it. I think that's like really the biggest one on the list. If you're the type of person who is having maybe a harder time making new friends as an adult, start doing things that you love. It could be a way to meet more like-minded people like you, because you guys have that thing in common. And you're just meeting people who enjoy the same things as you. You have a way better chance at bonding with them, as opposed to maybe someone who doesn't like any of the same things that you do. But with these people that you meet in that type of setting, you know that you guys like to do at least one thing together, and that's easier to form a friendship that way. So my fourth and last tip on how to make new friends as an adult is to be more vulnerable when talking to people. And I think this one is a big one too. Just basically means to just be more open when you're talking to new people. And I know that can be tough. Again, for introverts, we can be kind of guarded and closed off. We're talking to people that we don't know. And you don't have to tell your whole life story. You don't have to tell all your business. Once you meet somebody and you can tell, okay, I like this person, we like hanging out with each other, we like talking to each other. And if that person is being vulnerable and open with you, then it's okay to be vulnerable and open with them. Again, not telling all your business, not completely exposing yourself. You can start sharing things that you wouldn't mind other people knowing if they were to tell somebody else. You don't have to tell your deepest, darkest secrets or anything like that. I think it's just important to not be closed off and have like such a huge wall up when you're meeting people, because if you're doing that, people can sense that and it can turn people off from you, and it can make people feel uncomfortable around you. It can make people not want to invite you to things and not want to hang around you because you're so closed off. They can feel that energy. It's going to be like a million times harder to make new friends if that's like the energy you're giving off, because people don't want to hang around people like that. But it's good if like that person's being vulnerable and you're being vulnerable. It can make you guys feel closer to each other, and it can make you guys feel more connected to each other, so that it kind of chips away at that wall that you may have had up little by little, and you feel closer to them. Because that's the way you make friends, by having things in common and feeling bonded and feeling close to one another. At least for women. Maybe guys, it's obviously different. And I made a whole video about that, but this is a girl talk, so I'll say we're talking about women. That's how women, we form our friendships and we form bonds, by being vulnerable with each other, opening up to each other, and having those like more deep conversations with each other. It doesn't have to be all the time, it doesn't have to be a lot, but just opening yourself up. Unless you want just like a surface friendship and you just want someone to you can just hang out with and go to the club with, then that's different. But if you really want to make a really good lifelong friend, then you have to do things like that, and you can't close yourself off to being vulnerable, because you're not gonna make connections and build relationships by doing that. So that's the end of my video. Hope you guys liked it. Let me know down below if you thought this video was helpful. If you have ways that you've made new friends as an adult that I didn't mention in this video, make sure to let me know down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and turn on notifications to be notified whenever I post a new video. I love you guys so much. You can make it to the end of this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.